Hello, my dear students. In this lesson, we will start with Mughals. We will start with Mughals, especially Great Mughals and later Mughals. What are the speciality of Great Mughals? They were very strong and courageous rulers. At the same time, the later Mughals, they were very weak rulers. When we will discuss about the Mughal Empire, should start with Babur. And who was the strongest ruler, or who was the last strongest ruler? He was Aurangzeb. He died in 1707. We can say that Aurangzeb was the last strongest ruler of Mughal Empire. And after the death of Aurangzeb, the Mughal kingdom, the Mughal empire started to decline. Naturally, many foreigners came and attacked. In the mid 18th century, the Mughals, the Marathas and the English East India Company were the chief contenders for political supremacy in India. By the end of the 18th century, the British emerged victorious and brought a large part of India under their control. What was the reason for this? Because the Mughal Empire, or after the death of Aurangzeb, the Mughal Empire starts to decline. By taking the advantages of this time, the Englishes and many foreign invaders came and attacked India. And here we can see that what are the main causes for the decline of the Mughal Empire. Many causes are there from inside and outside. First one, we can see that Aurangzeb's unwise policies. Aurangzeb, he introduced many new ideologies or policies, but it went wrong. That was the main reason for the decline of Mughal Empire. At the time of Akbar, he introduced many policies and many religious policies, especially taxes and all. But at the time of Aurangzeb, he cancelled these all the things and he took his own decisions. It is the main reason. Akbar, he cancelled tax jizya. Okay, but at the same time, at the time of Aurangzeb, he reimbursed jizya. Naturally, the non-Muslim, they starts to rebellions. And for the collection of tax also, he introduced new ideas so that the peasants, they starts to oppressed. They are not satisfied with Aurangzeb's policy. During his long absence from North India, Aurangzeb became involved in the affairs of the Deccan and neglected the administration of his empire. He concentrated the Deccan area so that he couldn't give more importance for his empire. That was another reason. And next, a role of the nobles. After the death of Aurangzeb, the nobles, they took advantages and they started to rule their own provinces, assumed the role of kingmakers, and they made conspiracies against the king. The frequent change of rulers caused political instability. This allowed provinces to break away and also attracted foreign invasion. After the death of Aurangzeb, many rulers were there, but they were not capable, and so that the frequent change of the rulers, it caused political instability. So taking these advantages, many foreigners, they attacked their empire. Here we can see that the role of the later Mughals. I told you the difference between the great Mughals and the later Mughals. Aurangzeb, he was the last strongest ruler of the Mughal Empire. After Aurangzeb, many rulers were there, but they were not capable, they were not strong like us, Aurangzeb or Akbar. After Aurangzeb's successors, they are called the later Mughals, ruled from 150 years. Important among them they were Bahadur Shah first, Jahandar Shah, Farooq Shah and Muhammad Shah. And they were not capable as the great Mughals, and the intrigue of their nobles made it all the more difficult for them to rule efficiently. Under them, the Mughal Empire broke up. The Mughal ruler is ultimately ended in 1857. I told you after the death of Aurangzeb, many rulers were there, but they were not capable, and many rulers, many nobles, they start conspiracies against the king. Okay, and in 1857, the Mughal Empire it starts to end. Okay, in this lesson we saw that the great Mughals and the later Mughals. And who was the last strongest ruler of Mughal Empire? Aurangzeb. And after the death of Aurangzeb, the empire starts to decline, and the Englishes and many other foreigners, they start to invade India. And what were the main causes of decline of Mughal Empire? First one is Aurangzeb's unwise policies, unsuccessful policies of Aurangzeb. He introduced many ideas, but it went wrong. Peasants, they were not at all satisfied with the policy of Aurangzeb, and the nobles, they made conspiracies against the rulers. This was the main causes for the decline of the Mughal Empire. And we saw that the later Mughals. Who are the later Mughals? We can see some names. Bahadur Shah first, Jahandar Shah, Farooq Shah and Muhammad Shah. They were called the later Mughals, and they were very weak rulers also. Okay, up to here all of you read. It is a very small portion. If you have any doubt about this topic, please comment. Okay, thank you.